In 2020, four friends decided to listen to every one of the greatest 500 albums as decided by Rolling Stone magazine. This resulted in a text chain that celebrated the music, excoriated the order, and led us to making this podcast. We are far from experts. We promise to do almost no research. All opinions are our own unless you disagree. Please sit back and enjoy. Beck did it better. We are all the way up to album 198. And from 1979.
Well, almost 40% through.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is one of the first albums we've done that I could have been conceived to.
What? I mean,
you ever do that where you like go back and you figure out the month where your parents deep dicked?
Oh.
I always wondered why my parents laughed when I always said Happy New Year. You know what I mean? That's
this is the sign of like a very self-centered person when they think that they can't get it past like their fourth birthday. They're like, I want to go back to year zero.
This album might be mine.
I want to go
this
day
might
of
be the creation
conception.
of
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Hey, your mom and I loved Victory in Europe Day. It's one of our favorite days.
It was after an episode of MASH.
Oh.
The disco balls were flowing.
Nothing gets me more going than an episode of MASH.
Then
One of the classically sexiest shows. Oh my God. All right, let's go and turn on the radio and see. Now listen, guys, we don't always have to cover songs that are on the album, okay? Sometimes we turn on the radio and it's actually songs that are not on the album, okay? But let's see what's on today. We never know what's on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to K-Rob, K-R-O-B. You know, today, you got to go into the mind of Rob. We're in the show. We're about an hour and 15 minutes in. Things are slowing down. I've got to make a joke. What's it going to be? Oh, wait, I know. Oh, yeah. When the show is getting slow, I need to make a joke. So I'll start talking about my nutsack. My nutsack funny. I'm talking about some testes and a little punch where they stay, but they still seem to get in the way. We're doing the show, we're running out of jokes, so that's when I'll mention a nutsack. I don't get why some are so much darker. It looks like they're covered in a dark brown marker. The nutsack is a reliable joke to make this show go better. Nutsack's funny. Nutsack's funny. The beanbag is a great gag for a funny joke. We just bring up your scrot. Nuts, baby, they make you laugh. Nuts, baby, they're a great gag, yeah. Rob says it's your family jewels, but I use the term nutsack. Well, they look so whack. Why do they make me laugh? It's like a hairy backpack. What do they look like on Shaq? They are kind of a sad mess. They smell like old hay. They need lots of support, but they're funny anyway. The nutsack is a reliable joke to make the show go better. Nutsack, baby. Nutsack, they make you laugh. Your beanbag, it's a great gag for a funny joke. You just bring up your scrot. I'll be making these jokes till I'm 100 years old. All right, there we go.
Rob, Matt's too tired. Otherwise, I'd say you run that shit back. That was maybe what my favorite one you've ever done.
It's a good one.
I like the idea that Rob's probably had this album circled on his calendar for like 198 weeks. He's like, I'm going to do the Nutsack song. I know. I've thought of this
and then
so
listened to the
ago.
album and said, wait, where is Love Shack? Why isn't it on this album?
That is actually more true than you would possibly imagine. That I was so disappointed not to see Love Shack. I was like, okay, Rock Lobster, something about nuts. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not coming together. That song I did write in a couple seconds.
And for the people that don't know, Rob, this was one of your favorite, the Nutsack song, the whatever, Love Shack, was one of your favorite karaoke songs in college, was it not?
100%.
I think it was your number one. Yeah. a nutsack, baby.
I still do it all the time with my wife, and in fact, I wanted her to do a bit on that song. I ran out of time because she is totally tone deaf. She can't hit a tone. She cannot sing a note. She's terrible. So I'll do Love Shack with her, and she is so ridiculously bad at singing that it is a great bit that I'm out there doing the whole Fred Schneider voice because you're expecting a real singer when she's like, Love Shack. And when she can't hit that note, it is so funny to me every single time. Of course, that is the song that we were singing when the guy on the cruise had his bare feet up on the couch and goes, oh, you can't sing. And she said into the microphone, you gross motherfucker, get your bare feet off the couch. Into the microphone to a room of 100 people.
Not a proportionate response.
It's so
but
funny,
also good for her for taking it there.
Listen, we are talking about the B-52’s. We are talking about the album, the B-52’s, which does not have Love Shack on it. But I've got 4 guys here who have a bad case of rock crabs.
What?
Rock crabs. Would it be better if it was rock pubic lice? I think that would be a better name for it. I've got Matt in Minneapolis. Matt, how are you doing?
Good, Rob. Put on your nose guard, put on the life guard, pass the tanning butter.
Oh, God, how can you not love this album? I've got Russell in Minneapolis. Russell, how are you doing tonight?
Rob, we were at the beach. We were wearing our matching towels. You went under the dock and you saw a rock. It wasn't a rock. It was my rock lobster.
Oh, my God.
Get down there. Check it out.
Rock Robster. And I've got Aaron.
Stay away from my crustacean, will you?
Aaron was telling us that earlier, a while ago, he was dating a girl, but she dumped him because she said, Aaron, you keep acting like you're a detective. It's done. We need to split
I'm
up.
a big Columbo fan. Yeah.
Yeah, he thought he was a detective. And the girl said, we got to break up. And he goes, good idea. Cover more ground that way. I've got Aaron in California. Aaron, how are you doing?
Jerking motions won't revive him. Let's talk about the B-52’s.
I saw that too, and I thought of me. All right, let's get right into the voicemail.
We give our voicemailers? They need a warning.
What's that?
We're like 5 weeks behind when we get a voicemail from when Rob plays it, and we record probably 4 weeks before you're going to hear this. So literally, the person who sent us a voicemail 3 months ago is probably just hearing it now. Is that right?
Stay tuned in. Yeah.
Somewhat accurate?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure I've missed 1 or 2 too. They might be in there. They can always call and leave the same thing again. But yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah. I would say after this voicemail, I do not know of any voicemails that exist for us. Literally, we are on E. We've been driving on E for a little bit, but now we're actually at E. We're like real E. Okay.
Do you guys drive to E or not? I bet Matt's a quarter full guy. What do you guys fill up at?
I'd like to fill up at like a quarter to a half, but I'm much more of like on Tuesdays, I take the kids to karate and then I go get gas and then I go through the car wash and then I get my dry cleaning. And so I usually just try to make it to Tuesday.
And
there where I'm at
on
Tuesday.
Yeah, that's smart.
Rob, you don't have a car, do you?
No, but I was a turn when the light comes on guy. I'd push it. I mean, that might shock you. I'd push it. Or whenever I wanted 3 macadamia nut cookies.
I think you get a better deal if you do 3, right, Rob?
You got to spend money to make money, Russell. That's what I'm saying. Try to explain this to your nutritionist.
Rob, what's the most amount of cookies you've ever bought? Like where you were like, man, this is going to be, I can't look this person in the eye when I'm buying these.
I bought 2 packs of Oreos last night because once again, the Oreos, okay, I'm just going to say this. This is a fucking scam that Nabisco is doing. The Oreos were, tell me this doesn't activate your dad mode. The Oreos were I think it was $7 for 2 packs or $5.79 for 1. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you got to do 2. Right.
How can I not? But I can tell you, when you're walking out of the store with 2 packs and you look like me, you're getting a lot of judgments. Okay. I like put it in an Ozempic box to try to hide it. I'm like, nope, just so it's Ozempic. Don't look at here. As I got a doctor's appointment next week, I'm going to get on that shit. I'm going to be so fucking jacked. Oh my God.
What? Why?
First thing I'm going to do, look at my dick. What? Just wait, Aaron. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to start a new family so fast. Oh, I can hardly wait. It'll be great.
First thing I'm going to do is look at my dick. That's a good joke.
Like we go to Vegas next January and Rob shows up
Joe.
and he's like 170.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just rail ass thin. What would you guys how
freak
would you
me
be
out,
able to
man.
handle it?
I'm gonna be so busy sending. Can you imagine, guys, if I got cum gutters, how fast I would send that picture to you? Holy shit! I would be doing the D'Angelo album cover because I'm juiced. I got muscles. I just gotta get rid of all this other shit. I'm gonna take these shots that nobody cares. I'm just gonna be fucking juiced up. I can hardly wait.
You'd probably look bigger in certain areas too, wouldn't you?
Oh
Rob?
my God, it is. It's like forced perspectives. It's like Lord of the
Relatively
Rings.
speaking, yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm a Frodo.
About to be a Gandalf. The Grey Wizard.
When the Hawks steal Frodo and then stick him in the nest at the end of the first movie, that's what my penis looks like right now. I gotta be doing a Gandalf the Grey. That should be my goal. And if I'm lucky, one of those tree things, the Ents. Thank you.
my God.
Hold it. It's gonna be great. I can hardly wait. Stupid family holding me down. Wait till I'm jacked with my cum gutters. I'll be unstoppable. Like a Jack Godzilla.
Oh, wow.
Oh, guess who's jacking off in the mirror now? Me, baby. Me.
You'd at least get one A-Rod picture of you like a centaur, Rob.
Oh my God. Because right now, if I was a centaur, I would tip over forward, I think is the problem. Whoa, 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 whoa.
At what point would your wife become concerned, Rob? Like, what's the number where she's like, "Oh my God, I'm in trouble," where she would have to like change the way she treats you? Like you get to 219 and she's like, "Oh fuck."
You talking about my wife respecting me is turning me on more than anything else I've said. Oh, honey, let me look at that body. Oh my God. I would love to hear that. Oh, that fungal thing is cleared up. Oh my God. Sign me up.
I might need to see the booty.
What?
That was the guy, the Maroon 5 guy, with his sexy text to the lady.
Oh, the Maroon 5 guy. No,
You're gonna be able to cut that, right, Rob? And make a
I am going to buy that ass a steak dinner, is what he said.
That's what it was.
That's the kind of shit you could say, Aaron. When you're a skinny jack guy, you can send that text along with your dick next to a shampoo bottle, and people are like, "Oh, great."
Rob
Hey,
remembers.
Rob, you know what else you could do if you got skinny and jacked?
What's that?
You know what you could do if you make you say anything? You get a tattoo or two.
Oh.
You can say anything you want.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's it. That's it.
Finally. It would be embarrassing if you got a tattoo with cum gutters and then arrows, and then you got fat again. You're like, well, can I cover this up with a tribal band, please? Wait, you want me to cover it up with a tribal band? That's crazy.
There's like some folds you got to get through in there to
You should get a tattoo, like a championship belt at that point. Then you just go all the way across the championship belt.
Heavyweights, or is it middleweights scratched out?
Someone
It
out
says
there
light
has to
heavyweight.
have a championship belt tattoo. That would hurt so
All right,
bad.
we're looking right now. Let's just check real quick before we get to this voicemail. Championship belt tattoo. All right.
It has to
Yep,
exist.
100%.
Oh,
you are
there's
correct.
a lot of bad.
You are correct. It's right there. World champion. Way into the belly button.
That has got to be a long.
And that's for John that's out there. This is the Winged Eagle title. This is the title that Hogan, the Warrior, Bret Hart had, and I believe at some point one of the wings on the Winged Eagle title broke off.
Wow.
So, but man, if you're gonna go with the title, would you go with the Winged Eagle or the Ric Flair, the 12 pounds of gold? Woo!
I would do the tag team and be like, oh yeah, the other guy didn't show up.
I mean, that is such commitment because that had to hurt. It had to be a lot of sessions.
Look at this on the back. They have the strap on the back, like where you actually hook it
that's
together. They have the
really,
buckles.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Now I like this one where they got the championship, but it's a watch. It's the belt, but it's where a watch would be.
Yeah,
I think
I
that'd be
like
kind
that.
of fun.
you know, if you break enough laws and do some really bad things, and then you just kind of confine to your house, you also get a belt around your ankle.
Well, I told you that one time where that guy had to pick up basketball in Vermont when I was playing against Captain, what's his name? I'm the captain now. I also played against a guy who was wearing an ankle police bracelet. He was wearing one of those. He beat the piss out of me. I had to guard him. He beat me like a dog, but you know what? I felt like the real winner. I was like, hey, you want to go get a drink? You want to go get a drink afterwards? He was like, all right,
let's a slushy after this. No, okay.
Hey, I'm going to go anywhere I want, including over state lines. How about you?
Rob, what else would change about your life? Like next school year, you walk in to 210, jacked. How do your students treat you
Step
different?
1, quit my job as a teacher, okay? I am now a model or something. I don't know what skinny people do. It's going to be awesome. I can't really wait. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Russell. Ride some roller coasters and not be stressed the whole time I'm in line. It's going to be awesome.
Then I'm going to die.
It's going to be
because
great.
the belt doesn't quite come down all the way, right?
Finally, I can sit on my wife's face.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Like, finally.
Jeez.
What? You see me step on the scale? Yes. She looks. Oh, no.
I promised him.
Okay. Don't make me play the intro song again.
If it isn't the bridge I said I'd cross when I came to it.
All right, let's play the voicemail.
Yeah, I was just wondering when that DVD tournament's going to get going again.
Oh,
This is not Russ.
Wow, not Russell. Russell, we have people wondering, when is the DVD going to be?
Welcome to K-Rob, everybody.
Oh, wait.
K-R-O-B. Listen, the other week we did
These
DVD
are all my
tournaments,
DVDs.
seeing which DVDs Russ is going to keep. And the number one question we got is, how
Final
is so-and-so
Four.
number 8 seed? You morons. We said we alphabetized them. Listen, please. Oh, yeah.
I forgot this song.
to make a decision, and it's hard
Did I play this before?
for me to do which DVD. Yeah,
I don't think
help
so.
me decide. I can only hold on to 5.
Oh,
Well, I know that I need more space, and now which one should go? They're alphabetized. That's how we set up the tourney. So don't ask why they're ranked so strangely. Let's decide.
let's decide.
Movies do I want when I move? Half of them will be gone, it's alphabetized. So if it starts with A's number 1, so don't complain about how the ranking was done.
God, I cannot remember making that song to save my life. It must have been when we did the Buck Cherry album. The Buck Cherry on the list.
You mean Eagle Eye Cherry?
Eagle Eye Cherry.
take
Nailed it.
Take your headphones
Buck
off.
Cherry was a
All
different
right.
band, right?
They were different.
Matt and Aaron, do you think Rob's parody songs would be better if he was skinny and jacked or not?
I mean, can you imagine how much better? It opens up so many possibilities.
Whatever is going to get him to quit his job as a teacher and actually do like stand-up comedy and be a writer and stuff like that. That's all I care about. Like he can live his full potential then.
Rob, you can come back.
I can tell you guys, you know the first thing I'm going to get when I become jacked? Pubic lice.
You don't have to lie about those Peloton seats anymore. Hey-o.
Honey, I was fucking a girl from work. I don't even have to lie about it anymore.
We're into the Final Four of the DVD tournament. The Final Four this week is featuring our comedy region versus the action region. It's Dumb and Dumber versus Kill Bill.
Oh, my God.
And a shocker,
Come
Kill
on.
Bill made it to the Final Four.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You know what? You guys know what, though? I'm going to let you guys have your opinions. We are only going to the listener votes to get to the finals.
Wow.
Though. So I'll let you guys give your influence if you want, but your votes are not going to count when we hit the Final Four. But if you guys' votes did count, if you guys knew how to vote online, what do you vote for? Dumb and Dumber or Kill Bill?
The landslide, Dumb and Dumber for me. Dumb and Dumber all day.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Sir, I think the DVD you want to vote for is back that way. There's a town about 5 miles back. You should be picking Dumb and Dumber. Okay?
Realize what you've done?
You idiot. It's such a great movie. You need to be picking Dumb and Dumber.
I feel like I would keep Kill Bill. Like that's the one I would choose to watch. I'm not trying to. I think that's the one. I mean, it's a really hard choice though.
You know why? It's because they're all that foot stuff in it. Aaron has a brother in arms. They go to
It's
those
the
foot
Pussy
anonymous
Wagon.
meetings.
I gotta watch the
No,
Pussy Wagon.
Don't say that.
Aaron,
Don't
I
say
don't know if we
that.
can use that. I don't know
Even
if we
Jack
can use that
would
term.
say that. That's
Pussy
disgusting.
died.
Oh, God.
And punching out of the grave? Come on.
Listen, Kill Bill has a bunch of feet in it, so you know Aaron loves it. And it has, what's his name? Who's the Kung Fu guy?
David Carradine. He's not until the end though.
Well,
in fact,
look
he
up
might
how-
not be in much at all. I
Look up
know.
how-
I know where you're. Yeah, I got it. I know.
Checked off with a belt and
What do you
Something
get, Aaron?
skinny guy. Again, for a skinny guy to do that blows my mind.
What do you do?
He died jacking off with a belt around his neck, Russell. I wish you wouldn't have asked that.
I think he had some predilections.
Sometimes that bowl of lemons and limes comes in handy.
You got to put, you're right, Russell. That's what we learned. You got to put the lemon in your mouth so it wakes you up right at the last moment.
All right, so you guys, it sounds like 2 for 1 for you guys.
I'm writing the Sotomayor lone descent on this one.
Yep.
All right, so we'll see what the voters, Rob, you're going to have to put this out for a vote one of these days.
I'm getting in my RV and driving away.
And the next regional, this is a tough one. It's kind of unfortunate Rob didn't play this when I put Wild Thing as one of the songs on the list last week, but why would you think to put that together, I guess? It's the best DVD from the sports region, Major League, versus the best movie from the drama region. It's The Godfather.
Wow. Major League versus The Godfather.
It's not what's the best movie, it's what's the best DVD.
Best DVD.
Wow. We're not talking film here, we're talking DVDs.
Talking softball.
The Godfather for me. Definitely The Godfather.
I haven't seen The Godfather in a while, so I am going to have to say, fuck you, Jobu. I am picking Major League, okay? I think Major League should continue in the tournament. Guys, you want to sit down and watch a movie? You're really going to watch The Godfather over Major League?
Absolutely.
Oh, when he...
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
One's on TNT and one's on TBS. You stick with the Godfather that night.
Oh,
absolutely.
I love Major League though.
Get through the end.
Guys, he drives the pitcher cart to her house and then pulls off her underwear with his cleats. It's crazy.
I got to keep Major League too, man. I don't know. Wow, I can't believe it, but that's the one I'm choosing if they're on two channels at once.
Your guys' votes have been cast. We'll see what the vote. It's going to come down to our listeners this time, guys. So in like 6 weeks when we discuss this live again,
I mean, we know it's written
happens.
in the stars to have Godfather versus Dumb and Dumber, but I still feel like I would keep Major League.
You know what I'm going to do when I get jacked?
What's
pull-ups at the park. I'm going to be down there banging out pull-ups at the park. Okay?
No.
Oh, my God.
I don't think it's pull-ups. I think it's sit-ups.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because like you could go grab the bar. You could do a couple pull-ups.
Oh.
But there's no way you're going to the park and doing a sit-up. No fucking way.
And then when somebody, I can do pull-ups now, by the way. Just want to be clear.
I know.
But you got to do, if you're going to, you can start doing the fancy pull-ups where you're like walking on air or you're like pulling all the way up to your nipples. Like you can start doing those.
Listen, I watch a lot of TikToks of women working out in the gym to get form tips and stuff. I cannot do those pull-ups that they're doing. Well, and then sometimes I write form tips in the comments, Aaron. They appreciate it. You're doing it wrong. Stuff like that. They love it. All right, let's get into rolling, going. I'm just going to say this. Listen, the woman boss getting her clothes taken off was a major part of my sexuality growing up. Do with that what you want.
Not much. I'm not gonna do much.
And also, Wesley Snipes was my accountant for a while, so I think that's a good reason too. Okay, not a great accountant. Matt, rolling, going. How's it going with you?
What if in college, Rob was skinny and jacked, and it was Rob, that Rob. Like that's we thought of him as Steve, that's Steve. Like that's who he was.
I can tell you what I wouldn't be doing right now.
Changes his persona, yeah.
I would not be friends.
I would not
be friends with you guys. There's no way. Okay, I would have been down at that hockey house. Oh, been great.
Rob, I got a song, and I don't know what is what. What's the song name? What's the artist? So we just have to type it all in. Starburster Fountains DC.
Oh, Fountains.
I don't remember the song at all. It's just what I've got. So
all right. So it is Fountains DC. Starburster is the song.
Yeah. I don't have much today. I went golfing today. It's kind of like the first full round of the year.
Wow.
Took Friday morning off. And what I found out something. Russell's buddies, the anti-movie guys, what did you call yourselves?
Complimentary movie guys.
Complimentary movie guys who decided to like get free golf and steel and stuff like Rob. The starters, they've got new systems. Now, I was asking the starter and the ranger what they've got, and this blew my mind. So you cannot go get free golf anymore. What is going on with this song? Is it like,
What's that?
do you go like forward or something? I don't know why.
There we go. It's like an Arcade Fire type deal.
Yeah, I don't know why I had. I don't know if I found this on the current or where I heard it or what, but I just had it in my notes, so I can cross it off.
What does that look like to you?
No, I'm not.
The video.
It looks like an eye crying, Russell, and that's it.
Okay. All right.
Not sure.
So they all have iPads now. So when you check in and you pay at the...
It's like an ultimate squirt.
Aaron. God.
Man, I'm listening.
I'm listening. They got the things you check in.
They're like my kids. They have iPads all the time.
You pay for your round. You go to the starter. He checks it off on his iPad that you're there. And then the guy...
Too much technology.
The guy drives around. The ranger that's driving around also has the iPad so that he can see if you've started and what hole you should approximately be on. So...
What about privacy? What if you don't want people to know where you are?
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to know your government name and where you are.
There's that, because today, as I was going back out to the... After my round, I was going back out to the parking lot. There was 4 fire trucks, and some people were pouring kitty litter on the ground around this white van thing because it was leaking gas. And it was the cop. They could not find the person whose car it is because they wanted to know, why is your car leaking gas? And so they were all over trying to find it. So, but now they can find those people who they are. So, have you ever? Yeah, crazy.
Have you ever been to like the gas station when they have a huge gas leak or somebody spills like gallons and gallons of gas? God, is it funny? Because you could just imagine, like, there's no reason that couldn't have been you. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stop pumping gas while I go inside to buy up to 3 macadamia nut cookies. Sure. Yeah, right. Fuck yeah. I'm letting that shit pump. I'm leaving my car running. I'm letting that shit pump. I'm going to the store. I don't care if I live or die. I need those macadamia cookies. Okay? Yeah, I mean, do you guys pump with your car running?
No, never.
Wait, I thought
in the winter, all the time.
Yeah,
I thought that's
you the car's running while you guys are pumping.
Yeah. What are you scared?
Oh, that's just straight insane.
Why? It's gasoline in a gas tank. Why would it fucking explode?
Why is it
then?
insane? There's nothing that says you can't run your car. Well,
I never knew that.
That is a lie that moms everywhere have told us.
Don't listen to these guys.
I was turning the car off.
No,
Aaron, let that shit run. Okay, if you feel like
let me tell you, every and I mean every city worker I've ever met in my life has that shit running while they're pumping gas in there.
Yep.
They're not going to get the AC. They're not shutting that AC off in those vans while they're filling up in the summer.
Aaron, who do you trust more, Russell or a bunch of city workers that Matt worked with?
Russell.
Okay, for a whole summer. I mean, think about it. Okay, Matt, I'm sure other things those city workers did are totally normal stuff.
But if the car's running, how are you ever going to get the gas tank full?
Those are the guys that make us drink triple shots of Yag. Who are you going to trust, Aaron? The guys who make us drink the Yag or the guy who drinks the Yag?
Matt, if the city workers you worked with gave out bad life advice, what would you say was the worst life advice you got from them? Like, what's something they did where you could not recommend you like teach that to your kids or something?
The biggest interesting character was a guy who I think we've talked about was a male stripper.
Nope.
Did we talk about this?
No.
We didn't talk about this?
New to me.
Definitely not.
Booties on Booty Cruise, on KDWB's Booty Cruise. Did we talk about this?
Yes, we did talk about the booty cruise.
Yeah.
You're right.
I do not remember.
Matt knew because he would show up to work and he'd be like, hey, you guys are... First of all, he's dressed like a policeman. He'd say, hey, you guys, there's a noise complaint. Matt would be like, oh no, are we being too loud? The guy goes, you're not being loud enough. Boom, hit the music, take off the clothes, cum gutters, let's go. Russell, that's what I would do if I got jacked. Russell, just picture this.
Tattoos?
One night.
Cum gutters?
One night, you're jacked. Okay? And now you're professional stripper. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Just... like the idea that I could waggle something around is just beyond what I'm capable of.
I know you could, Russell.
Waggle something around.
Waggle something around.
Did you see? I mean, he was kind of motioning his
kind
hips.
Of like a lasso type thing.
I was thinking the other day, if I went to the strip club now as an employed adult, I might be in trouble. I might just be like, oh, I don't care. It's money. I'll spend whatever I want. And then you get done with that classic strip club feeling. When you get done, you're like, what was any of that? That was all a big waste of all my money, except now it's much more money.
But you get more for that money, right?
I assume. I never do because I would always go to the strip club with the very cool idea of I'm going to save as much money as I can. All of a sudden I would go in there as like a banker. Like, okay, what's the interest I can get on this? I'm not spending any of this. If I go sit up front, I just have to spend dollar bills at a time. Thinking,
Rob, how pissed would you be? Like next Vegas, you lose a bunch of weight and you get ripped.
yes,
You're sitting at the blackjack table with Matt and Aaron. It's like 4 hours in, you guys are drinking. I roll up. I'm skinnier and more ripped and taller than you.
Oh, man, taller.
wow. I got to ask if this Ozempic is going to make me taller. I might have to reject it if it doesn't.
Have lengthening. You can do the lengthening, Rob. That might hurt your squatting.
Lengthening.
But I would be taller than Russell. So I got to think about that.
I don't know. Russell's very tall. It's going to take a lot to be taller than Russell.
He's as tall as Hulk Hogan.
Rob, roll it going. How's it going with you?
Listen, I had a really depressing moment the other day. Okay. And that is, you know that I lost my wallet. Couldn't find my wallet.
Oh, God, the worst.
I knew it was at home. I knew I had brought it home. I had taken earlier mentioned nap on the couch. And then I had to get up and go, but I couldn't find my wallet. So I used my phone to get through the subway. So I knew the wallet was in the house. Could not find it. Days. Could not find it. Like 4 days. Able to use my phone to buy everything, get on the subway.
How do you know what's in the house?
I just know. I know I didn't take it anywhere. It's not in my, I mean, I would know if I went because I'd use it for the subway. I hadn't.
This is just straight crazy.
Yeah. So it's somewhere in the house.
If I went a day and I could have, I would lose my fucking
Man, I got the
mind.
same problem right now. I can't find my fucking gardening gloves, both pairs. I don't know where the fuck they are.
That is not the same
my
fucking
God.
problem. How dare you say that?
Damn, dude, I'm so pissed off. Like,
And first of all, they're in the fucking garage. You know where they are. They're in the goddamn
I keep looking in the
garage.
garage. They're not there. It's both pairs.
You know what, Aaron? They're always the last place you look.
That's it. Yeah,
So just got to
that's
keep
it.
looking, and then
I
it'll
got
be the
news
last
for you.
place you look.
Your gardening gloves are either in your fucking garage or in the fucking garden. They don't go anywhere else. Okay? How dare you?
Maybe
equate
that dog came over and grabbed them.
I'm concerned. Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
Susan a couple weeks ago. I'll ask her about it.
Aaron goes out. The worst, Aaron, is when you're gardening and you have brand new gardening gloves. Everybody knows you're a fraud. When they're bright white,
Right.
oh, everybody knows it's just the worst. They're so
Yeah.
grippy still. It's like, ugh,
Yeah.
this guy doesn't garden. What a liar. All of his mallow blooms are eaten. This guy
Yeah,
sucks.
right.
He's a shitty gardener.
Disappeared overnight once. Scared to see what happens
Can you
tomorrow.
hand me those gloves? I'm working on this the apricot trees over here.
What? Excuse me? Listen.
Listen, what happened to your
Listen.
wallet?
It got to the point where I did buy Apple AirTags and a wallet holder, so I'm going to put an AirTag in my wallet. Now, will that hurt my ass when I sit down all the time? Unsure.
You're still a back pocket wallet?
Your wallet. Well, hold on. Yeah, your wallet. An AirTag. You're not even going to feel it with all that crap you've got in your wallet. There's no way.
You have the biggest wallet of any adult I've ever known.
That thing is 6.5 inches thick.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at all that.
What is all the shit that's popping?
What
out of
is
the top
popping?
of
It's
it?
money. It's
There's like
cash.
receipts. That's not cash.
Yeah.
There's
It
receipts.
If that
There's
thing is
something
all
in there.
cash, that's $785 in like $5 bills.
It's just
Is this
raining
a-
cash over there.
Rob, is this a New York thing? Because like, I don't think I've used cash to buy anything in probably 2 to 3 years.
Oh, I had a cash problem today. I'm going to talk about it.
100%. Now, first of all, it is a New York thing because I do love to buy like a snack on the subway.
No.
People
no,
are buying,
no.
selling.
Stop.
Yeah, what?
Stop.
Wait, you can buy snacks on the subway?
Yeah, people are coming around
he's-
selling like these people.
He's buying like a bag of Doritos from some like homeless guy. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
that's exactly
here?
what I'm doing. Oh, I'm sorry, Russell. The woman with the baby on her back. I'm not going to buy some Starburst. I'm helping her, Russell. Trickle down economics, and I get some Starburst.
You're buying snacks on the subway. You're not like paying for the subway though with cash.
No, but I also like. No, you can. I don't think you can. But I like having the money because like my kids are asking for money or my wife is asking for money, and I get to do the "it's a gift from daddy" bit. You know that. I think that's funny.
But where do they go spend cash? What do they use get with cash?
Oh, like concessions at the play today that our kids play that we went to, like stuff like that.
They don't use like a card.
Not at like a theater, a community theater. They're not going to have card stuff.
Venmo. They're going to have Venmo, right?
No, they don't have Venmo. It's cash is king. Guys, it's cash. And you know what else it is, Russell? You know what I got the other day? Pedicure. Gotta pay with cash. Gotta
I
pay
love
with
it.
cash for the pedicure.
That makes
They
sense.
charge you 5%. Plus, I'm tipping in cash. I don't trust them not giving a tip, so I'm
Love it.
I'm flush with cash all the time.
I do like tipping with cash. That's a good
Yeah.
move.
Now, have you guys have seen the front of my wallet, of course.
I mean, it's classic.
What is it? What does it say?
It says "bad motherfucker" on it, Russell. It is the Pulp Fiction wallet.
I got a warning for you. So Rob's wallet is legit. Matt said 6 inches. It's probably close.
You think this is 6 inches wide? No.
Thickest wallet I've ever seen. I will say this, Rob. Next Vegas, 219 and jacked. You cannot have a wallet that's that big.
That's a great point.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's not going to fit.
Okay.
It's not going to fit your persona.
First thing that's coming out, pictures of my wife and kids. Okay. Gone. Out of there. I don't have that much stuff.
Rob, that wedding ring probably will slide right off too if you're
once you get jacked,
like real cut, if you will.
It's weird. I lost that. I'm not putting an AirTag on that. It's so strange.
I was gonna say I've never seen you have a wedding ring on in Vegas.
Aaron started that trend a few years ago. It was a good move.
It's true. Aaron was like, guys, let's take these off and see what happens. And we're like, I don't know, Aaron. I love and respect my wife. So I ended up finding my wallet. And like Matt said, it wasn't the last place I looked. But here's the problem.
You legit 4 days you didn't know where it was at.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Matt, hey, you wanted me to go cashless. I did it. No problem. I found it in a backpack in the same pocket as a brand new, and I did text you a picture of this, the Jumbo Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. They have a new Reese's Peanut Butter Cup out that is as big as my hand. It is huge. It is like 500 calories. It's the biggest it's the biggest peanut butter cup I've ever seen, except for like those crazy big ones. This was huge, and my wallet was in a pocket, and the only other thing in there was a Jumbo Reese's Cup. And I was like, God damn, I am the worst. Like to find those two things together, you know what I mean? It's just bad. It's just bad news.
Were the cups panties supersized as well, or like the cup or not?
I don't remember. Russell, now that I think about it, I don't remember if the cups had full-size panties too. Maternity panties. I don't know if they had maternity panties on this bad boy.
Oh.
I got to think about that. You know what?
Like it might have just came in the package without the.
Well, my chocolate is just touching the cardboard beneath it. Gross. No, thank you. So anyway, part of that was a wallet bit, but part of that was there is a new candy out there. It is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and my verdict, not quite there. Again, it's just a little off.
Rob, was the candy in your backpack for 4 days, or was it just the wrapper?
The candy was. That was the crazy thing.
You left it in there for 4 days.
Well, here's the thing.
This is like when Aaron and his wife bought all the candy for the workers, and it lasted them like months.
They didn't eat the candy. They ate the other stuff.
Here is the thing, Russell. I just looked it up. The Reese's Jumbo does not come with big panties.
Oh, yeah.
See, look at that.
Wow. It's just like me. No panties on today. Okay. But it's large. It's a big. And here's the thing, Russell. They were selling them again, 1 for $3 or like 2 for $4. So I had bought 2. I had eaten 1. And then it did kind of cross my mind like, God, I thought I bought a second one. I wonder where that thing is. I never thought about it again. Turns out it was right next to my wallet in something where if I died, somebody would see that and be like, oh, I get who this guy is right away. Aaron, rolling going. How's it going with you, Aaron?
It's going great. My latest YouTube obsession is a foot doctor who does basketball shoe reviews, and he actually cuts the shoes in half so you can see what the shoe looks like. They're very good. I've watched like 6 of them. He did a whole thing about like why.
Rob, we can go back to your guy.
I was not going to bring this up.
Now, are we cutting this in half, like from the top, like you'd cut a sandwich, or are we cut it in half like you would cut a?
Like if you like those pictures of the Earth where you would like cut the Earth in half so you can see all the layers of the Earth. It's fucking round,
Aaron. That doesn't help me at all. I can go up or down or side to side. It's the fucking same.
Or like a mountain. Like if you're like, oh, we're going to see the side of the mountain.
The shoe is on the ground.
From front to back. The shoe's on the back. Like
the fucking back? What are you talking about? The shoe is on the ground. I hold the knife up and down.
Yeah, up and down. So you can see the sole,
straight down the
cross section of the sole of the shoes. You can see like, where's the carbon plating? Where's the foam? Where's the padding? How's this thing work?
But it's not like from the side, so your toes are all sticking out. Just half your toes are sticking out.
None of the toes. It's like, no, it's like it's front to back, like bisected, so you can see the innards of the shoe.
It's all bisected, Aaron. But what if it's front to back, like you cut it like this? Like your toes are being cut off, or are you cutting like this where half your foot's being cut off?
Yeah, half your foot's being cut off.
All right. That's what I thought. So why are you arguing with me about this? So Aaron, you're watching
we were
this.
arguing. Yeah, because I was trying to find some new basketball shoes.
So what are you deciding on?
I bought some Dame Certifieds because they were cheap. And this was sad, though, because I was like, yep, I was actually bummed out because I saw they were decent. I'm only playing outdoors, so I'm not playing indoors at all. I needed some new shoes because I blew out my shoes chasing the young guy around. I found out this kid was 22, the guy who was wearing me out I talked to you about last week. 22 years old.
Well, that's got to make you feel
half
way
my
better.
age. It made me feel better, except
he's less than half your age, Aaron, right? Aren't you like
I was
pretty close?
I'm 44.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It could technically be less than half.
The next week, the guy who is better than me, who came back to be his matchup, is like well older than I am. So like I couldn't even use age as my excuse. But yeah, I needed some new shoes. I read that the Dame Certified are a good outdoor shoe, and especially for the price. And then I texted my brother. I was like, check out these shoes I'm stoked about. And he was like, yeah, it's probably your last time to get some Dames too. And then I felt sad, man.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's a brutal response.
He wasn't even trying to be mean. It was just like, well, yep, time marches, man. Like that's what's going to happen.
Honestly, uncalled for. He can't be saying this is your last time. You know what, Aaron? Fuck him. Go buy 10 pairs of basketball shoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I do. I'm going to go buy 10 pairs of basketball shoes.
Get on
Wait,
StockX.
your brother was saying this is the last time to buy Dame shoes because Dame's going to be out of the league, right? Or is he telling you?
Yeah, no. Because Dame's going to be, he's going to
not telling you, Aaron, that you're so old. This will be your.
No, it was just.
This is not like when your parents are like 75 or like, yep, get that last car. Better get a reliable one.
No, it was more that Dame is going to move on to the Anta or whatever. Although Antas are a highly respected shoe now.
I believe he also moved on from his wife. I believe he was divorced recently, Aaron.
Dame, really? Oh, man, that's rough.
Wow, crazy.
Jeez, you moved to Milwaukee, and who knows what happens to you.
You got skinny and jacked, right, Rob?
You got skinny and jacked.
Unfortunate.
Drinking Malorts and getting divorced.
I'll take some Jardinier on that hot dog.
I had a cash problem today. Now that you mention it, I went to go pick up my kid I went to go pick Wallace up from summer camp. This was his last day at Galileo camp, and he waved me off. He was like, "No, Dad, I want to stay 30 more minutes."
Wow.
Which like, okay, like if your kid's having fun, you're gonna let him stay. And I remembered I had a gift card.
So you're saying we could have recorded this afternoon?
Yeah, from 4:30 to 5 Pacific, I guess.
Matt perked
30
up.
minutes.
Matt finally perked up. He heard that.
Yep. Nutsack. Okay, let's move on. Rolling going. Okay. Aaron's doing some weird shit with shoes or whatever. Okay, move it on.
I remembered that I had a gift card for Ben and Nick's, which God, so much to tell you guys. I won $25 at the poker tournament for the loser. I won the losers table at the poker tournament. I got a $25
I believe we call
gift
that
card.
you cashed.
Yeah, I cashed.
You cashed?
You beat all the losers at the losers table, and
Rob,
you feel like you didn't need to
cashed.
mention that to us?
Cashed.
I didn't know it. I didn't even know it. And then we were out hiking 2 weeks ago, and a guy texted me. He was like, "Hey, Aaron, I'm dropping off a gift card at your house." And I was like, "Oh man, I didn't remember
Nice.
that at all." He's like, "We got you down as the winner of the losers table." Like, fuck yeah. So I had $25 to spend at Ben and Nick's. So I went and I got some nice tequila because I was like, well, it's not mine. So I'm going to,
Can you imagine being Aaron's wife and just somebody shows up at your door and goes, yes, your husband is the biggest winner of all the losers. And you'd be like, yep, okay, sounds good, thank you.
Sounds right. So I go and then I'm trying to pay for my drink and leave a tip because I was using a gift card and it turned out to be a mess. I was like, all I had was a 20. I was like, can you break this 20 so I can leave you a tip because I'm paying with this gift card? And she was like, no, we're cashless. And I was like, well, can you then just like put some of this on the gift card and put the rest on my card so I can leave a tip? And she was like, not able to do that. So then I feel like a jerk. So like, what's gift card etiquette? What do you do so that you can leave a tip when you show up with a gift card?
How much was there a lot left on the gift card when this was done?
No, it was like $1. But I don't even know. What do I do then?
You can't give her the gift card. It's a
I
restaurant.
don't think so.
I think you go in, you use the gift card, and it's just one of those where you're ashamed and you walk out, you give them nothing.
That's what I did. I mean, that's what I tried.
I think that's what you have to do.
And I had to just turn tail and run.
And you know what, Aaron? If you try and you make an effort and they can't accommodate like general forms of currency, there's only so much you can do. Like if a store has said we're not taking generally accepted payment styles, then they're on their own.
You can't be the first person to try to pay with a gift certificate. The fact that they don't have a tipping system work out is fucking bananas. Like, just have a menu item called tip. And then you just say, how many of these tips do you want to get? Like, it's easy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I tried.
Then you come in just for the tip.
Yes.
We went to
That's all you give.
I don't know if I told you guys this a week ago. We went out with the upstairs roommate, some of their friends. We had a few people out at a bar. It was the bar or the restaurant, one of the two. I don't really remember. Either way, I know I paid a lot of money. But either way, we go and they're like, we can split the bill, but we will only split it 50-50. So like, let's say Rob and I go and Aaron and, we go and there's a group that ordered 4 rounds of drinks instead of 1 round. They won't split anything other than, so it's either all on one, 50-50 or nothing. What do you do in that situation?
You do the baller move. You pay for the whole thing.
You're goddamn right you do, Aaron.
Yes.
It's my go-to move in New York, and it causes more friction between my wife and I than anything, is I pay for everybody's drinks, and I ask them to Venmo me. Now, normally, I get quite screwed over by what the amount that people will Venmo you for a drink. You're like, are you fucking serious? Did you look at the menu?
Rob, you know what? I'm the guy. So the first place, we went to 2 bars that night. The first one, we did it and someone else was kind of like me. They're just like, I'll just pay for it. I don't want to deal with the nonsense. Because that's my line of thinking is I don't want to deal with the nonsense of people like marking stuff on a receipt. I can't handle that. I can't.
No.
But so then one person picked it up and they're like, you can Venmo me, but we didn't like go through it. So I went overboard on the Venmo. Like I overdid the Venmo and they immediately said you did too much, but it was because I don't want to be the guy who under reimburses on the Venmo. What do you guys think?
100%. The Venmo cheapos, I'll never get it. You know about what a drink is in New York City. Give me that plus a little bit more for a tip. But Russell, I love that going over the top baller move. Kind of a Ted DiBiase move.
Ooh, honestly, everybody's got a price.
You say this, hey, Venmo me, I'll pay the bill. And then guess what? Take off. Russell, they're never going to know. Okay, I would do the old scam. No, listen to this scam, Russell. This is a good one. You leave your date outside and you go inside. Okay, it's very cool. People like it.
Well, how is it really going with the best dater on the podcast, Russell?
You know what? I have an admission. I have no rolling going this week. None.
Wow.
None. I have nothing interesting going on in my life. I have nothing to talk about. I was going to ask you guys, what do you like? Aaron, somehow you come up with crazy shit every week. Matt comes up with a song. This is the first time I don't even know what to talk about on rolling going. What do you guys do when you've got no rolling going? Help me out.
I found a candy bar in my bag, Russell. Maybe you forgot about that story. How good mine are, okay?
I've just come to realize that anything that I might be thinking or doing is probably ridiculous enough that you guys will make some good jokes out of it. So I just go with whatever happened to me today.
He's so pure.
Russell, last week I didn't have one, and I just opened Instagram, and then I just started scrolling through, and then there was this thing on Hulk Hogan's.
I've got a good another rolling going if you want me to do my second one, Russell.
Double it up, Rob. I'm here for it.
Double.
All right. So, Russell, I use Google Keep. Anytime I think of something interesting, I put it into the thing called rolling going, as you can see here. And I want to talk to you about this new trend I've been seeing, Russell. It is pre-engagement pictures. Now, what has been happening is that people are going around and they are secretly
hang on. Can someone read the...
That's not what this. This did not say pre-engagement pictures.
Okay. So
for the people that are can't see, this is a New York Post article, and I'm not a New York. Aaron, Matt, we're not New. I don't know if the New York Post is like the Inquirer, if it's a real newspaper. I don't know.
It's more the Inquirer.
But Rob, when he's talking about whatever he's talking about, the headline does say Napoleon's 1.5-inch long penis, last known to be in possession of a New Jersey urologist's daughter. That's what Rob brought us to.
That's where we're at.
I just want to say this right now. This is not my rolling going. This is actually a different rolling going. I was saving this link.
Rolling going part 2.
Yeah, I clicked on the wrong link, Russell. So I'm sorry. This was not something I was going to show you guys today.
Next week, I will come up with a better rolling going. I will not let this happen. I apologize.
It would be a bummer, though, if you headline of a newspaper said your name and then 1.5-inch penis.
And he's dead. He can't do anything about it. He can't defend himself.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like, if a penis is 1.5 inches soft, Fine, whatever. Okay, because you know they don't have his rock hard cock in a box somewhere. They can't. She's Napoleon. Oh, they talk about my penis, how small it is. I can't believe it. Okay, oof, that accent was going real quick. But that is a classic Napoleon.
It's Mr. Freeze.
No, that wasn't it. Okay, listen, Russell. Okay, get Napoleon's small penis out of your mind right now. The new thing, Russell, and I just and Aaron and man, I want to say this to everybody. Okay, hidden engagement photos. Okay,
What?
where guys are buying the engagement ring and then secretly taking pictures of the ring in front of the person they're going to give it to before they do it. So, like here, the woman fell asleep. He put the ring in her hand and then took a picture.
That's
Hey,
kind of funny.
putting stuff in your wife's hand and taking pictures, that's crazy.
Rob, if you were the super jacked skinny woman or man, whatever, and you got proposed to that way, you would be pissed.
I would be so mad.
You didn't work.
Oh.
You didn't work your whole life to get jacked and skinny, and to get proposed to by someone putting a ring in your hand while you're sleeping.
Russell, he takes the ring away and only has the picture. So then later he takes a picture like this, or he takes a picture like this where he's in front of her with the ring. This is pre-engagement. And then after they get engaged, he says, oh, I've been taking secret pictures of you. Like I left it in this bowl in our living room for a couple days. See, here she is sleeping and here's the ring.
Oh my God. And he's got these photos on the internet. That's wow.
Hey, Russell, pre-engagement photos, they're a real thing. Check them out. My wife did take a picture of me sleeping and it was so disturbing. I want to show it to you guys, but I'll find it later. We'll do that in another episode. Let's get into talking about the album.
It's time
Oh,
for
it's a music
Julie's favorite
podcast.
part of the show. Let's talk about the album.
Theoretically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen. Okay. Oh, now I'm on a whole different Google Keep, Russell. You got me all thrown off. 1979. Okay. B-52’s out of Athens, Georgia. Guys, what other famous band?
REM. right?
REM coming out of Athens, Georgia. Nice job, Russell.
Yeah.
Beat me to it.
Herschel Walker.
The B-52’s, this first album is the definition of, I think, kitsch rock, kind of new wave rock. Now, listen, I happen to know I'm using my psychic abilities. Some of you didn't care for this album. You thought it was too silly. My job today is I'm going to try to change your mind on that.
Ooh.
I think there is nothing wrong with a music album being fun. There's nothing wrong with a music album being silly. Okay? You can be musically gifted and still make a silly album. If you want to have a good listen, I'm telling you right now, guys, the Love Shack, I won't play it now, but the Love Shack vocals isolated, which maybe you listen to if you did a parody song to try
Love
to get the
Shack's
harmonies
not on
right,
this one.
is unbelievable. Yes, but these guys are so talented. So don't let the silliness get in the way of that.
This would be like if I told people, hey, you should listen to the podcast and listen to the B-52’s episode, and they're like, is it funny? And I go, no, but the James Brown episode is funny.
You listen to the James Brown isolated vocals.
Rob just did a whole isolated vocals on Love Shack. That don't make no sense.
These episodes are like my children. I will never tell them which one I like more.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
There's no way it's the one who wants dinner either at 4 or 9:45.
Yeah, it's the one who's most like Rob. It's clear.
This is Bernard. It could be either one.
Yeah, he's uncomfortable.
Okay. Could be the one that makes a list and has updates her calendar, or could be the one that currently has up to 24 half-full soda cans in her room. Okay, we don't know which kid is more like me. We're not sure. Okay. Is it the one who said to me today, hey, Dad, what do you think of my outfit? And she was just wearing like gym shorts. Yeah, great. Like, I don't know. Fred Schneider, Bernard Gendron, I think, described this band better than anybody else. He said it's a thrift shop aesthetic, right? Kind of going back to the 50s and 60s.
Tags.
Fred Schneider, Kate Pearson, Cindy Wilson.
That's $20 for a t-shirt.
Wow. Nobody would pay that much. Okay. Russell is wearing a Rolling Stones t-shirt. And we got Fred Schneider on vocals, Kate Pearson, and Cindy Wilson.
That dude was great on SNL.
Copier. Making copies.
Rob, skinny Rob, looking ripped, making copies. Not going to be working at the school anymore because he's super ripped. Rob.
Please do not get me started on SNL bits from when we were 12. If you don't think I think about Opperman when I'm making rhymes with rolling going,
Robbie,
I'm like, what would Opperman
getting
do?
pissed at his co-host for not playing along with his jokes right now, Rob.
Robbie, Robbo.
Fredalamma.
Mano, Rambo, Robbo.
Imagine explaining to somebody why the copy guy
Rob
bit is
wearing
funny.
headphones. Fredalamma. Robbie.
Rob, don't you hate shirts? Why do you wear your shirts? Robbo Rama.
You guys are really doing the copy guy bit to me. This is crazy. What you think is funny is crazy to me. I don't get it.
We finally made it.
Fredalamma. Living in New York City. New York, Rob.
I mean, the other day, my canoe capsized, got almost no laughs. Okay. And yet this is slain. I don't get it.
it's like a Ferris Bueller thing, Rob. Something's just over your head.
Rock pubic lice. Almost no laughs today. I don't get it. I don't get you guys. Okay. How about this one?
You're cataloging laughs now?
Robbie, not getting the jokes from his co-host, not playing along with his jokes, not selling his jokes. Robbie, way to play along and make a great podcast by selling your co-host jokes. Robbie, not selling the jokes.
Russo with the great jokos. I don't even get it. Does it rhyme? Is that why it's funny? I don't get why it's funny.
Well, I think the original bit is that it's Rob Schneider, not Fred.
Wasn't he on that other skit too, where it was like, bye-bye? Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
Bye-bye.
No, that was Chris Kattan, my favorite person on SNL.
Bye-bye.
Listen, you guys want to hear something funny? Aaron was dating a girl,
Mustache, man.
broke up with him because he thought he was
Rob.
his tech.
Grooming his mustache right before
Let's
the
split
podcast.
up. We can cover more ground. Got no laughs.
To
That makes
roll
no
it
sense to me.
around. Lay it on
I prefer
top.
to compliment you when you have a good joke. I'll let the listeners laugh.
Robbie getting frustrated
that's
at
not your
Matt
bit.
for continuing the joke that he doesn't think is funny.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Robbie, bike to work, stealing Yetis, Robborama.
Doing the flow, the Rob flow. Doing his weightlifting after work and before work. Summer's off, Rob.
I do kind of like this. I actually like this when you guys are hosting. I feel the pressure's off. Okay? Let's just sit here and think about other things.
Robbie,
The album,
Squattorama, Squatty Robbie.
album peaked at number 59. The B-52’s were named so because the two female singers had nose cone type hairs. That's what they say. It doesn't make much sense to me. But basically, they signed the contract for this album, flying to the recording studio in Nassau, Bahamas. We've already done an album recorded at this studio. Can you remember what it is?
What studio?
In the Bahamas, Russell. This is one of the most important parts of the show.
The
People love it.
Bahamas, a place where Rob would love to go lift at the Atlantis Resort. Bahamas.
The other band was
Bahamas Lima.
Talking Heads. Remain in the Light was
That's like
recorded.
the other new
Oh.
wave band, right?
And
Right.
the same album, the same studio that put out this album also put out Back in Black by AC/DC, which is a
Ooh.
crazy fact. Before John Lennon had his last big hit, he said the B-52’s were one of his favorite bands and said that Rock Lobster inspired Double Fantasy. So,
Okay.
B-52’s
Woman,
stay on.
I can hardly express.
They kind of stay alive through the whole 80s, hit it big again with Love Shack and Rome. Let's get into the B-52’s.
Rob, will you introduce the first song in a copy boy voice? I want to hear you try it once.
Planet Claire is the first song. Clarino, Claire the bear. Don't stare, Claire.
Oh, no.
Claire, sexy underwear. Claire, what's under there? Claire, no pubic hair.
No,
Claire, so bare.
no,
What?
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
So
Yeah,
how is
you
that
started it.
different? It's the same thing.
This is an NBC approved bit, Rob. It's a clean bit.
Oh.
Yeah, Lorne Michaels would be very upset.
I've got a bit on how they're always having sex on the stairs in porn, and I would never, ever do that.
Why not?
Okay? Can you imagine a more uncomfortable place?
Like, are they wooden stairs or carpeted?
Wooden. It's always
Oh,
wooden.
yeah, wouldn't. Yeah, no.
Listen,
it seems
Russell, can I just say
like a
this
bad
right
idea.
now?
Yeah.
If you're watching a porno and they're having sex on a carpet, you gotta pay some more money. I don't know. What do you gotta
What do you mean? Like
membership?
you like hardwood floors or like linoleum or what?
Listen, I'm not watching. Matt sits down, puts his headphones on. It's like, what the fuck? I'm not watching a porn where they're having sex on a carpet. Okay, I got class.
Like a bearskin rug.
That's not a carpet. A bearskin rug is not a carpet.
What do you mean?
If they said, oh yeah, this apartment has carpet, and I went in and it was just bearskin rugs, I would be shocked by that.
But like, you prefer hardwood floors or linoleum or what?
No, but I'm not watching a porn where they're having sex on a linoleum floor, Russell.
I don't think that's a category. How do you know?
Because I know. Trust me.
You know.
Years of research.
Okay.
So here we have Planet Claire.
The Claire is square.
This was based on the Peter Gunn theme.
By Benjamin Britten?
You know it.
Oh, different.
Oh, you don't know it.
Hey, look at me. I'm the B-52’s. I'm just ripping off a really famous song and putting some Morse code over it. Morse code is good on songs.
Fred Schneider is credited on this as being on the walkie-talkie. That's one we haven't seen yet.
I tried to do a walkie-talkie list, but I could only get one, and that's the Convoy song.
Oh, that's a good one, though. What about the Citizen King?
That's all I could find.
They were on a phone for that one part of it. Were you guys addicted to walkie-talkies like I was when I was younger? If I got a walkie-talkie for a gift, I was like, this is going to change my life.
Yeah, and then they broke every time.
Yeah,
right?
and then I did the same thing with my kids.
Yeah, you were like, oh, they're going to love these. Yeah, and then they break.
And then they're always like, Dad, what channel? What channel? I'm like, we're always on channel 7. You know that. Did you guys ever have police scanners?
Never.
No.
Oh, God. When I lived in small town Minnesota, I got a police scanner. One of my parents' moms worked as an EMT, so I got all the frequencies that everybody in town used. So I would just sit at home, play video games, have drinks, and then listen to the police scanner.
That's so bizarre.
And everybody I knew was getting pulled over, so I could just hear it. Oh, God, it was so great.
What was the frequency?
Kenneth.
Oh, yes. Hey, it was the inverse of the wavelength, Russell. Learn something. Girls. Oh, I'm sorry, 52 girls.
Technically, there's only 25 girls named in this. Did you know that? It's
I did
52
know that.
for B-52, but there's only 25. Fucking square that in your mind. Good luck.
Russell, what if I said to you, you got to cover this song, but you're going to change all the girls' names? Guess who you'd be?
What?
Either the Offspring or the other band that we confuse them with.
Oasis.
Oasis. They covered 52 girls, Offspring.
All right, so they must have been listening to the B-52’s.
We have to have the Offspring coming up on the list in the next few months,
Offspring,
right?
I get it. Like they said, they have that same sort of cheeky sense of things, right? They don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah. The only problem is that, I went to the grocery store the other day and I was like, God damn, I recognize this guy behind me. It's crazy.
Was it?
And I realized that he was the lead singer from The Offspring. And he was just right there. And he was just, getting groceries and putting his stuff down. And he takes that little plastic thing and he puts it down and he looks at me and goes, you got to keep them separated.
Oh.
All right, dance this mess around.
I was watching a cooking show the other day, a Top Chef show. I watched this Top Chef person go through like one of the grocery stores, and instead of getting like one bag at a time to put their produce in, they ripped off like 40 bags, and they just walked around and had all the bags already in their hand. Have you guys ever done that, or do you always rip one at a time?
Yeah, I'm a one at a time guy.
Aaron, you've never dawned on you to rip like 10 bags at once, and you just got them all right off the bat?
Wow.
Well, I usually bring a bag of my own bags.
Yes. Nice job. Nice job, Russell. You walked right into that one. Russell, I salute you for bringing that up.
If I
You did
remember,
walk right
I've
into that
got
one.
the bag of my own bag because we got the reusable ones.
Wow. But I would be stressed out pulling off 30 bags.
Yeah.
And just being like, I'm going to walk around. Am I going to get this many green beans? You know what I mean? Like, but that is kind of life-changing. Why don't we do that, Russell?
Why don't you grab more bags right off the bat?
Why don't I?
If you don't use them all, you can just put them down. Someone else will grab them and use them, I bet.
Just put them down. Russell, you are just throwing bags on the floor and then saying, I think somebody else is going to use them.
I think
Don't
it's
do
fun
that,
to hear all the
Russell.
dances in that song. Like I'm giving away my take at the end. I don't think this album sounds good, but I'm a fan of danceable rock and roll. So I'm with him on that.
Aaron, I wrote down all the dances they mentioned in the song. Are you ready for this?
Bring it.
Yeah.
The pony, the chicken,
Yes. Nice.
the mashed potato,
Yeah.
the alligator. Now, I feel like we could all do the alligator right now without even looking it up, right? I think we all know what the alligator is. There's only one dance that is the alligator. The Watusi, the twist, the fly. Russell, there's the jerk. The tango, the yo-yo, the sweet pea, and the hand jive. Now, two of those sound like they could be pretty similar. Actually, all of them. The twist. Hey, what is that? The hand jive? I like it more when you do the twist.
The twist?
I get it.
Yeah. Ugh. Hey, can you get me a Watusi to go clean up? All right. Next up, Rock Lobster, their biggest hit off the album. Fred Schneider said he was at a disco that had pictures of lobsters on the wall with children playing ball. I think this is fun.
Interesting thing about this, I think we listened to this when we first started the quest. I got through like 150 albums just kind of listening on my own. Sometimes I was ahead of the process. And one thing I was always doing was liking songs. I would click 2 or 3 on every album. I liked a lot of these. So when I listened to this, I saw, I've liked this, I've liked this, I've liked this. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, these are,
It was a weird time, man.
they're
It was a
fun.
different
There's
time.
fun songs. They're different, but like, this is really strange, isn't it?
Yeah, this kind of got like the Sun Ra organ.
But this is
sound
the
going
big
on.
hit from
It's
this,
kind of
isn't it?
wild.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
This where they're looking under the dock and there's a rock lobster. It's fun. Listen to this. Talented. This sounds good. This reminds me so much of They Might Be Giants. I'm telling you.
I will say this. I had like 4 or 5 ideas for lists on this one. And one of the lists I was going to do was the best songs ever with synthesizer or keyboard bass lines. Because there's very bass lines on this. And I went and I watched a YouTube video and I watched someone play this on like a synthesizer. These are like, I got to watch what I'm saying here. It's like just some old dude like occasionally pressing keys on the keyboard. I'm like, this doesn't look that impressive. Like, and I watched it and I was like, I had to get rid of it because I was like, I feel like you could give Rob a random keyboard and he could maybe come up with that. I think the keyboard's doing all the work.
So you are challenging Rob's assertion that this is a talented band.
I don't think so. I don't think they are. Gently.
Listen, I just am going to play this for you. Okay. And I know
This
it's a
is the
different album.
wrong album.
I know it's a different album.
Came out
but
10
I just
years
want-
later.
We weren't going to get through this episode without Rob playing the Love Shack isolated vocals. Matt's already asleep anyway. It's fine.
Isolated vocals from Love
You
Shack.
see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the...
I mean, this sounds good. This is talent, Russell. Now, do they use that talent to make a song about how they go under a dock and see a lobster? Yes, they do, and it's fun. Okay. Hey, listen, the Rolling Stones, the songs don't all. Do we really have to listen to another album where it's the 12-bar blues over and over and over, and it's song, chorus, song, chorus? It's fun to have one like this.
I'm down with fun music. I'm not going to disagree with you. I think fun music is great. I also think music should sound good and like music.
Oh.
No. Oh boy.
Aaron went up high, came down hard, Russell. We'll call those the high, hard.
Okay. Okay. Well, the good news, Russell, I can tell you, by the way, exactly where you were on the old list when you listened to this album. You know why?
Because it was 152. They fucked it.
152 on the list.
Yeah.
These guys, they fucked up big time. Lava.
I mean, it probably fit at like 452, right?
No, 552.
Guys, guess where I'm going in 2 weeks?
Where?
Hawaii. I'm going to see Mauna Loa.
What are you doing there?
My wife
going
got-
to Hawaii for vacation during the summer. Probably still getting paid because he's on the administration team. Fredalamma.
Russell, I'm going to say aloha to that bit because that means hello.
Goodbye.
And goodbye. My wife is getting flown out first class, staying in a nice hotel on the Big Island. She has to give a speech, Russell. Do you want to guess how long they want her to talk for?
Probably between 25, probably 20 to 40 minutes, I bet.
2 7-minute speeches. That's it.
Yes.
It's a pretty good bit for a trip to Hawaii.
I don't get what anyone else's job is. It's crazy. What am I doing with my job? What am I doing with my life? Stupid. Aaron, what's one thing I should do in Hawaii? You're a Hawaii expert.
Eat poke.
Damn, Aaron, that's why you're my best friend, okay? Don't flinch when I say that. Don't flinch when I say okay? That is a great suggestion. You know I'm going to do that.
That's
okay?
the only thing you got to do. Watch the sunset. You got to watch the sunset.
Ugh, God, I got to do everything with you. Leave me alone. Get off my back. There's a moon in the sky. I just wrote next to this one. I just said fucking funny. I think the song is funny.
There's a moon in the sky.
Listen to this.
It's called the moon.
Brilliant.
Everybody is there. Hootie. Saturn.
I don't know. I do feel like I'm fighting for They Might Be Giants with this as a proxy, and that's probably not fair.
But that's okay. Like I want to embrace your love of this album and also gently say I'm not sure I love it the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, Russell.
Rob,
Fair enough.
You're allowed to like what you like. And there's parts of this that I think it's super fun. And I'm kind of bopping around with. I'm not ragging on it. I just don't know if it belongs this high on the list. But the music is fun to listen to. And you know what? Who gives a shit what we think? Like what you like.
Russell, I've told you I have a very small brain. I need to be part of the crowd. And I got to admit,
I haven't listened to a thing Aaron and Matt have said for like a year and a half on this podcast. Like what you like.
you know, you listen to Aaron. He fucking bosses you around, tells you what to do all the time. Okay? Tell me what to do. You have to lose some weight. I'll lose some weight. Show you who's in charge pretty soon. Hero worship. As far as I can tell, this is a song about oral sex. Now, all that being said, am I going to listen to this album again by choice? Probably not, with the exception of Rock Lobster. But this is about bathroom graffiti.
Oh, okay.
I almost did a list of best songs ever featuring phone numbers. We won't go through them, but I'll just give you some of the ones I thought about. Baby Got Back is 1-900 Mix-a-Lot.
Wow.
A great
like
phone
that.
number
Great
song,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Great one.
We had Toots and the Maytals, a song 5446. It's all about lying about a phone number.
46.
You know
What's
that
my
one.
Number.
Whoa.
We had Tommy Two-Tone 867. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have the rest of that
309.
one.
The classic.
There's a couple other ones, but I couldn't
How
quite.
about this one? Russell, 911's a joke in my town. Flavor Flav.
Yep, so.
6345789.
Do you guys remember any phone numbers? Like,
Oh, yeah.
could you
I
rip
remember a
off a
ton.
phone number for 5 people right now or not?
I can give
No.
you Sam Schutz's Rochester
Let's hear
phone
it.
number right now.
Let's hear it. You can bleep it out.
289-5.
You got an area code or not?
507. What do you? Wait, I'm not living in the fucking cities. We're all in one place.
Matt, do you know any?
Closer to Cannon
Do
Falls.
you know any phone numbers or no?
Yeah, I mean, I know my parents and in-laws, and yeah, I know lots of past ones too. Like my grandparents have been dead
You
for
remember their numbers?
a while. I can, 8648.
Damn.
There you go. I'm just going to tell you. I lost my phone the other day. Or I got my phone locked in my dad's car.
What's it next to your candy in the backpack?
Luckily, I had bought the candy in the store, so it wasn't in the car yet. Okay, so I could have that salted nut roll while I solve this problem, which is my dad and I go to the phone in the store. We're like, okay, who are we going to call? And we're like, we don't know anybody's cell number. I don't know my dad's cell number. I don't know my mom's cell number. I don't know my sister's cell number. I had to call my wife. I'm in northern Minnesota. I had to call my wife in New York to call my mom to come send us a second set of keys so we could get in the car. It was crazy. I don't know anybody's number anymore. And my kids, I don't know how my kids are ever going to find me if their phones die. They don't know anybody's number. Nobody's. Do you know what it is now, Russell?
I think I could only name 2 numbers. It would be my mom's number that I grew up at, and it would be my neighbor's number that was like the next door neighbor. I think I can get 2. That's it.
You don't know. No, Russell, I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm not trying to get back at you for that extended copier guy bit earlier. Okay. But do you know the number of the upstairs roommate?
How would you know that? It never comes up. Like if they call you, the name comes up. There's never a time where the number pops up. Aaron, do you know your wife's phone number?
Yes.
How do you know it?
Because I've written it on 1,000
Forms, yeah.
forms and whatever. And also, I don't know. I mean, we've been married 17 years. She's had the same number the whole time. So I know it.
Hot take.
Prank calling it.
I couldn't tell you the area code. I couldn't tell you a single digit in the upstairs roommate's number. But like it always comes up as up as a name. It doesn't come up as a number.
All right. I'm just saying you might want to. I don't know if you're going to be filling out a ton of forms in the near future or anything, but you might want to get that number, get it memorized. Okay.
I think phone numbers are on the way out. I don't even think it'll be a thing anymore in a year or two.
Now that I love.
Wow.
Hey, I can't wait for
a bold take.
I can't wait for Big Butts 75 at yahoo.com to be my main way of identifying people, like when they're calling me for a job interview. It's all by email.
I remember 281-330-8004.
What is that? It was 2 again.
Mike Jones.
There you go. Now listen, I want to play Petula's Clark's Downtown first. I normally don't play the songs first, but this, of course, is.
Only you can always go.
I mean, guys.
Oh, the triangle.
It's a classic. It sounds good.
Yeah.
And to finish off this album, the B-52’s covered it.
The other album's got to be on here before this.
I don't think this improves on the original.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't want to.
Okay. You know what? I got a great idea for how to solve this problem.
Are we turning it off? Are we done?
I've got to make a joke.
There we go. That's the way to.
Oh, wait. I know. Oh, yeah.
I need like a big chicken.
When the show is getting slow, I need to make a joke. So I'll start talking about my nuts.
All right. Baby. All right. Let's get into the rating system.
And now it's time for everybody's
Probably the best parody song we've heard since the last two I've done.
very popular.
I'm just kidding, Rob. That was really good.
Thank you.
It was one of my top 5 for sure.
Can I tell you, in the Amazon Ricky Stenicki movie, which I didn't watch, but somebody made a joke on Twitter that said, oh yeah, Ricky Stenicki, the main character, does parody songs about jacking off. How stupid. And I was like, oh my God. I have dozens of those and I'll text the guys, this is a good one. I literally texted them about my Nutsack song today. I have got one of my greatest songs. I texted that song about Russell to my sister and said, this is my magnum opus.
What was the song about me?
I don't know. I'm fucked. About how you're not a single guy.
Not a single man.
In the time machine. Russell, not a single guy. Totally hooked up.
That was like an hour ago, Rob. Move it along.
Oh.
Rolling well toned, rolling boner, rolling groan. Rolling well toned, it's perfect at 197. No, 198. Okay. Or should it be at 152? If you think it should have been higher on the list, which of course would be a lower number, that would be a rolling boned. Okay. It shouldn't be this far back. Or is this a rolling groan? It should be lower on the list. 252, 352, 452. Okay. 552, which will be our second podcast that just Russell does and sends to me to edit later. Russell, what do you think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan?
You know, I can't imagine
with their eponymous album.
I can't imagine living in a world where like the first 193 albums didn't exist and aliens came and said, this is our greatest musical achievement as an album ever. And I just can't see it. You know, I could see me being like super skinny and ripped and having Gandalf cum gutters tattooed on me. I can't see that is more likely than aliens coming to Earth and me saying this is the greatest album of all time if the first 193 didn't exist. I think there's cool beats. It's, you know what, Rob? It's fun. And just because we kind of rip where it's at in the list, I don't think that should impact how you enjoy the music. If you enjoy it, you got to enjoy what you like. And if our listeners enjoy it, good for you. I just think it's too high on the list. So I'm going to say it's rolling groan, way too high.
Aaron, rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan? What do you think?
Sorry. Rewind. I made a cocktail tonight that I drank earlier, and I believe I showed it to you guys. I sent you a picture. Have you guys ever had a B-52 before?
No.
So it was Kahlua, Bailey's, and then it called for some sort of orange liqueur, and I think I had Grand Marnier or one of these liqueurs. But the key to this B-52 shot is you're layering it. It took me 3 tries to layer the drink properly, to hold the bar spoon up against the glass.
Sounds like my sophomore year of college.
Have you guys ever, Rob?
3 tries to get the layering right.
You went to
I've never.
You went to bartending school, Rob. Do you know how to layer a cocktail or not?
Bro, I made a B-52 at bartending school. That was one of the drinks I remember.
So I made a B-52 tonight. I drank it earlier upstairs. It was a pretty good drink. Check out a B-52 if you want a fun shot sometime.
Russell, can I just tell you, a B-52, the key to the layers is just like when a bunch of bears are sleeping next to each other. It's the density.
The density?
Density. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
Okay. By the way, your bit earlier about Gandalf,
Rob Schneider
tattoos.
Deuce Bigelow, wasn't he Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo too?
100%. He was a male gigolo, which is even more hilarious. The more as I get older, I realize why that's so funny. Aaron, rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling grown? What do you think?
Robinho, making podcasts, doing the ratings, wants to know how we think.
Aaron
what do we
gets
think
it.
of the album?
Aaron, you're better than
Listen
this.
to songs, giving him some ratings. Is that the point of music? I don't know.
We're gonna get copyright busted for this. I know it.
This will be the thing. Yeah, Rob Schneider will be the one to come after us. I will admit, we played this morning. My son was bopping to it. It is fun. But then at the same time, we got to like track 8 and we could not think or speak to each other because the sounds in this album start to really grate on my ears. So I don't love it sonically. I do love that it's fun. Rob, you should love it. I don't think it belongs this high on the list, Rolling Grown.
Hey, can I just tell you guys, I'm okay. Okay. You don't need to worry about me. All right. I'm going to be okay whether you guys like this album or not. Okay. It's so sweet that you care so much, but I'll be okay. Matt.
Hey, Rob, tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up and you're going to be you. You're not going to be that super ripped guy at 219.
Oh, God.
With tattoos on your cum gutters.
What if I got more sleep and I did turn into that guy? And it turns out this podcast is what's holding me back. You know what, Russell?
All along,
Rob,
I wouldn't change a thing.
Some people would argue
there
that
may have been some
long.
truth to my goodbye things a few weeks ago. So we better not go there.
This is the last album we do. We're like, it wasn't that great. Matt, what do you think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling grown?
I was gonna try to do the Robbie. Robbie's okay. He's gonna be fine.
Making cuppies.
Getting fired from teaching.
No.
I pray.
Huh?
I pray that happens.
Taking over comedian, best one ever. Yeah. Okay. I think I didn't even listen to this album. I can't listen to this album. I didn't waste 1 second. We've got like Hootie and the Blowfish's album, not on the list. One had, Wallflowers, not on the list. We've got all of these not on the list things. And
Dolphins
this one's
Lament.
on the list.
Not on there.
Not on the list. So I cannot put this up anywhere close. I don't even know if it belongs on the list, to be honest with you. I don't know. I didn't dig into it enough to see if it was influential on anybody. I don't feel like it is, but so I'm just going to say Rolling Grown should be off the list.
Another hot take. How the fuck is a B-52 album on the list and there's no goddamn Love Shack? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, right.
What are we
doing?
Hey, Aaron, on your Winamp player in college, how many songs from the B-52s did you have? One. Rob? Matt had 0. He doesn't listen to this shit.
I should be clear, by my Winamp, I mean
Your
the Winamp on
roommates,
Russell's computer because I never had a computer in college.
Are you including the song There's a Moon in the Sky?
Aaron's first roommate that dropped out had this one.
Yeah.
It's called The Moon. I have some girl in my room. Well, they seen it.
The intersection of people who had a ferret as a pet in college and had the Moon song on their Winamp list is like this.
That's literally the most true thing you've ever said in your entire life. You could not be more correct with
That's awesome.
God damn, I am that guy. Unfortunately, you guys are incorrect. Okay? This gets a rolling suck shit. I hated it. No, this gets.
Don't listen to us.
Don't worry. Eat shit.
This gets a rolling.
And that's it. Good night. All right, everybody.
Rob,
Yeah.
This gets a
sometimes
rolling.
you got to push back. Sometimes it's okay to say, I'm pushing back. You got to tell us where we're wrong. Tell us why we're wrong.
Reminds me of my day as a pilot. Listen, you know why this is on the list and not Love Shack. I think it's a good point because Rome's on there. It's because it's influential. It's new wave. We haven't had a lot of 80s stuff. That's why it's on there. But you know what? It's fun. It's silly. Okay. And that's why it gets a rolling. It's Foon. Fun.
It's phone.
Listen.
Spoon.
It's wild. It's weird. It's kitsch. And I love it. There's a direct line from the B-52’s to They Might Be Giants. And plus, Love Shack, all-time karaoke hit for me.
Not on the album.
More albums should be this fun. It's the fucking
That's
point. I
fair
don't need
enough.
to hear about the girls that left you. Sometimes I just want to hear about the moon. It's called the moon. Next up. Maybe after this next album, when I hear about Asphalt, it won't be the doctor telling me that my hemorrhoids were not real and I just get an appointment for a fake exam.
What?
It's Slanted and Enchanted by Pavement.
I feel like this is a Rob and John episode.
Great album. I'll be ready to come in hot with this one.
Oh, Matt's got us on that one.
Doc, I have an asphalt. You see, look at the pictures in his office of do not anally inspect this man.
Earlier tonight, we were talking about some of the albums that come out. We were listening to Meet the Beatles on the record player from a few weeks ago. And the upstairs roommate was getting very, very frustrated with the mobile version of the Rolling Stones list.
Oh, yeah.
The website list.
She's right, dude. That thing sucks. It's the worst.
Rolling Stonos, making bad listos, webpage so shabby.
That's not even close.
HTTP, no secure. There's not the S on there. Not trusted with my data.
Just hit the ding.
Hey, Rob.
We have to do the goodbye first, man.
It's time to say.
Rob, why don't you get trim and cut first, and then come back and try that again in a year or so?
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. It's more likely I make it to 452, I think, than I get trim and cut.
Oh.